Hola mis amores, welcome to my channel. This is Massive and Sparkle DIYs. For today's DIY, I am going to share with you guys 3 Christmas DIYs using Dollar Tree items. I hope you guys like it and enjoy the video, and let's go ahead and start with our first tutorial. For the first DIY, I am going to be using this Christmas sign from Dollar Tree. Even though I am going to use the other side and not the front, I am going to sand all the glitter off, because later on when I'm done with the other side, I will be covering this side with Mod Podge and paper. Before I start painting my sign, I am going to be removing this sticker that's on the back, which is the side that we're going to be using, and then I'm going to paint it white with the Waverly white chalk paint. I got this super cute Merry Christmas sticker from Target at the dollar spot, and I am going to place it without gluing it to see where I can paint the black stripes on the sides. I want them to be at the same distance, so I'm going to measure the one that I already did, and I am going to make another line in the other side. Now I am going to make a second line, and I am going to make sure the bottom and the top are even. Now I'm measuring the thickness between the lines so I can repeat the same steps on this side and have both sides even. I am putting some painter's tape so I can paint between the lines black. Now that the paint is dry, I am going to remove the tape very carefully so I don't damage the sign. To make the sign look like real planks of wood, I'll be using different colors. I am going to start on the corners by brushing some antique white and dark gray. I am highlighting the inside corners with a little bit of black paint. To give the sign a more realistic look, I am going to follow the inside corners and paint the lines with my ruler by brushing beige and antique white first. I don't want to make any harsh lines. Since I want it to look as real as possible, I'm just going to brush all the colors until I'm satisfied with how it looks. Don't be afraid in playing with any of the colors. If I can do it, you can do it too. Just have fun, and if you feel that you went too heavy with any of the colors, just brush some white on top of it, and then that will tone it down. I got this cute little mittens at Target at the dollar spot for only $1, and I am going to be gluing it on the sign, but first I am dry brushing the Merry Christmas words to make it look more rustic. I am removing the paper in the back of the sticker, and I am applying more glue to make it more secure. Now this next step is totally optional. I am going to apply some Mod Podge and white paper to cover the back of the sign. To hang the sign, I am adding this piece of twine and I am making 2 knots on the back, and to be extra secure, I am gluing it with some hot glue. This adorable red truck ribbon is from Dollar Tree and I am making a bow, but I want all the little trucks to go in the same direction, so I cut a little piece of the ribbon and I added glue to the middle, bringing the ends in. I cut a bigger piece of the same ribbon and I twisted the middle so when I glue it, all the little red trucks can go in the same direction. After I'm done gluing this part, I am going to add a little piece of the same ribbon in the middle to make the bow look cuter. Now I'm going to glue it to the top of the sign and then I'm going to cut the tips. Got this green snowy pine pig from Walmart for 97 cents and I cut the tips and I'm going to glue it under the ribbon. I got these red berries at Walmart also for 97 cents and I am going to remove 4 of them to glue it to the center of my bow. For my second DIY, I am going to be using these 2 incense sticks from Dollar Tree and I'm going to paint them white as well as a lid from a candle. Added some glitter to the back of the incenses to make it look like snow. Now I am going to apply my second coat to the lid. For the bottom piece, I am going to be using a lid from a container from Dollar Tree. Remove the shine from the plastic and to match all the other pieces, I am going to paint it white. I am going to be using 2 skewers to make my little ski poles and I am going to cut the tip and I'm going to sand it. I also cutted the skewers to the size I wanted my little ski poles to be and I also sanded where I cut. I am putting this little piece of tape so I can paint the top and I am using the same gray paint that I used for the first DIY and I am going to place it on the foam so it can dry. And while that's drying, I am going to brush my little incenses to make them look a little bit more rustic. Now that my lid is completely dry, I am going to sand all the little details so they can pop. Now, instead of adding glue all around the first lid to glue it to my bottom lid, what I did is I added these 2 blocks inside, so when I glue it, I don't see any glue around. I am am going to press so both lids can glue, and then I turn it around so I can really press and bond them together. To glue both of my skis together, what I did is I added some glue and then I placed them on top of the lids to make sure where I wanted to glue them. This green glitter boxwood was also from Walmart and it was also 97 cents. I added glue to the middle to glue the 3 twigs. I cutted a piece of the ribbon and I made a simple bow. Now that I know that my bow is the size I want it to be, I am going to add some glue and I am going to glue it to my little skis. I am cutting the tips in a V shape. Now I am distressing the corners. I am going to add glue to the bottom of my skis and I am going to glue it to my lid. I'm going to add extra glue to the back just to make it more secure. I am going to be using these little ornaments from Walmart. I don't remember the exact price, but I know they were super inexpensive. I went with the Let Us Know one and then I removed the twine that it comes with and I added my own piece of twine because I wanted to make a little bow, and I cutted the tips, and then I am going to add some glue to the bottom and I am going to glue it to the lid. Now I am going to use this floral wire to make a circle shape, so I am going to curl it around this brush and then I am going to cut the tips. Now I'm going to add some glue to my skewer and I am going to glue my little circle, and I am going to press in the glue, leaving some space in the other side. Now for some snow effect, I am going to paint the tip with white paint and I am going to add glitter. Now I'm going to glue my little ski poles together in an X shape. Make sure that the glue of the little circles is facing down so it won't be visible. I am adding some Mod Podge and glitter so it can look like snow, and I am removing all the extra glitter. For my third DIY, I'll be using this candle glass jar for the base of my tree, but first, let's get rid of the leftover wax. You can easily remove the wax by freezing it first, and then using a knife go around the edges to remove the entire piece of wax altogether. I am using nail polish remover to remove the sticker. And I'm wiping everything really good with a paper towel. I am going to paint the base gray and white, but before I do that, I am going to apply 1 coat of Mod Podge so my paint can have something to stick on. Once it dried, I started painting with my brush, and I painted first with the gray paint in only one direction, going up and down. Now that my paint is dry, I dipped my big painting brush in the white paint, and I am going to brush the white paint very slightly in the same direction, going up and down. I wanted the vase for this tree to look like a grayish rustic farmhouse wood. I've seen trees like this in stores, and they are like $20 to $30, so I just wanted to recreate my own. Now for the tree part, I am going to be using this Christmas Dollar Tree tree, and as you can see, it's not the best quality, but we are going to make it. I'm gonna pull down all the branches, but first I'm going to add the little legs. We are going to remove them later, but for now it's going to help us, and then just bring down all the branches all the way to the top. I am going to cut some branches of an old garland and some old picks that I have from many years, and I am going to attach it to the middle of the tree so it can look fuller. I didn't use any glue to attach my branches to my tree. I just folded the tip, hugging it to the tree and making sure it was really secure. Now to flock my tree, I am going to use this snow blower from Target, and I am just going to shake it very well, and I am going to spray it all around the tree. I am going to apply it here so you guys can see how wet it is when you first apply it. So after you apply it to your tree, you really want to give it some time to dry. Now that my base is dry and my tree is completely dry, I am ready to glue them together. So I am adding some hot glue to the bottom of my tree, and I am going to glue it to my base. I am going to fill all the empty spaces with some polystyrene. I am making a simple bow to attach to the top of my tree, and what I did is the bow is very simple, but the strings are very long, so I can curl it and it can go down the tree. After it's curled and I'm happy with the length, I am going to cut the tips in a V shape. I bought this super cute pom-pom garland from Hobby Lobby, and with the 50% off, I believe it was only $1.99 plus tax, so super inexpensive. And what I did is I just put it all around the tree, going from the up down. Okay, mis amores, thank you so much for watching today's video. I am currently working in the next DIYs. I am bringing you guys 6 Christmas DIYs made from Dollar Tree items. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!